Chapter 3. The Forgotten Asylum. The Ties That Bind. The night had grown heavy around the asylum. The storm that had once roared through the broken windows was now a low, distant murmur, as if the building itself had swallowed the sound. Flashlights flickered weakly, their batteries nearly drained. The 5 bloggers stood in the main hall, surrounded by peeling paint, shattered tiles, and shadows that no longer felt empty. No one spoke. Not after what they'd found in the basement. The medical records, the photographs, and the names that matched their own initials. Ava's breath shook. This can't be real. This is just a coincidence. It has to be. Liam said nothing. He stood near the old receptionist's desk, staring at a cracked ID badge lying in the dust. The name was barely visible beneath grime and time, but the photo was unmistakable. It was him. Younger, pale, wearing a patient's uniform. But him. Liam? Ryan's voice trembled. Dude, that's your face. Liam finally turned toward them, his eyes distant, unfocused. I don't remember any of this, he whispered. I wasn't. But then came the sound. The faint rhythmic hum echoing from deep within the corridor. The same hum they'd heard since entering the asylum, always behind the walls, always too far to chase. It grew louder now, like the beating of 1,000 wings trapped beneath the floor. The cameras, still recording, began to glitch. Lines of static crawled across the screens, and a distorted voice whispered through the speakers. Welcome back, patient 23. The air grew thick. Ava stepped back. Patient 23. That's one of the files. The one marked with the black seal. The group looked toward Liam. He didn't move. They followed the voice. Not because they wanted to, but because every door behind them slammed shut, one after another. The corridor stretched endlessly, swallowing light. The smell of antiseptic grew stronger with each step, until it burned their throats. Ryan's flashlight caught something on the wall, a pattern carved into the plaster. Circles and crosses intertwined with words written in Latin. Sanctus mentis. Oblivio, holy mind. Forgetfulness, Ava translated. It's some kind of ritual phrase. They entered a large treatment room. Rusted gurneys stood like gravestones, and in the center of the room, a single chair faced an ancient cracked mirror. Liam stopped. His reflection looked back, but the reflection smiled first. A low, wet laugh filled the air. The reflection spoke. You left us, Liam. You promised you'd come back. He staggered backward, shaking his head. No, I don't know who you are. The mirror rippled like water. Hands pressed against the other side of the glass, dozens of them, clawing to escape. The reflection of Liam's face began to peel away, revealing something older, something hollow-eyed and cruel beneath. Ava screamed. Ryan tried to pull Liam back, but the moment he touched him, the air exploded with static. The cameras fell from their hands, showing only fragments, flashes of faces, shadows, corridors bending like veins. When the chaos settled, Ava woke alone. The asylum was quiet. Her flashlight lay beside her, flickering on and off. She called for the others. No answer. She stumbled through the hallways, dizzy, terrified. Every door she opened revealed another layer of the truth. Photos of experiments, children with hollow eyes, a boy strapped to a bed, labeled Liam R. In the corner of one photo, a doctor smiled proudly. The same man whose name appeared on the asylum's founding plaque, Dr. Leonard Rains. Ava froze. Liam R. Leonard Rains. Her voice broke. He's his son. A scream echoed down the corridor. She ran toward it. In the main ward, Liam stood in the center of the room, surrounded by spectral figures. The patients they'd mocked in their videos, the ones the asylum had devoured decades ago. Their faces flickered like torn film, their eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Liam's voice was no longer his own. It was deeper, older. You shouldn't have come here, he said, looking at Ava. They remember me. They remember what my father did. And now, They want me to finish his work. The ghosts moved closer, circling him. Their whispers were a symphony of pain. Ryan crawled from the shadows, bleeding. Liam, listen to me. We can leave. This isn't you. Liam turned his head slowly. I tried to leave, but this place doesn't forget its own. His eyes turned completely white. The lights burst. The footage cuts there. Weeks later, the police found only fragments of their cameras and equipment. The asylum, long scheduled for demolition, was sealed again, though no one could explain why the power still seemed to flicker in its halls. In the final recovered clip, the camera shakes violently, catching a glimpse of Liam, standing at the window, smiling faintly, whispering something before the tape ends. I remember everything now.